So you want to become a DevOps engineer? In this video, we will be looking at 5 topics that will help you understand what you need to learn and how you can get started in your career to become a successful DevOps engineer. Before you can even get started, head over to KodeKloud. We explain concepts in very simple terms. At KodeKloud, our mission is to make the highest quality DevOps education easily accessible to students across the world who are interested in starting a successful DevOps career. On our platform, learning is not only easy, but it's also fun. What is DevOps? First, we need to understand DevOps in its conceptual meaning. This is really important, since this will allow us to gain a better perception on the purpose of the role, as well as the different responsibilities involved. DevOps is commonly regarded as a set of practices and tools that combines and enhances the ability of the company's software development, dev team, and IT operations, ops, to deliver software to their customers at a very high rate with outstanding quality and reliability. From a software development point of view, continuous integration must be achieved. This means that multiple developers pushing a code change should be as simple, smooth, and seamless as it can get, and ensure that only well-tested code should go through to not cause any problems or hiccups to the target environment. In IT operations, continuous delivery must be achieved. This means that smooth operational continuity is provided, regardless of how big or small the release is. What does a DevOps engineer do? Now that we know what DevOps is, it's time to understand what a DevOps engineer does. Imagine for a moment that you have 3 checkpoints, where a box is your software, and that it needs to be manually passed to point A, B, and finally point C. Checkpoint A will be your product owners and developers who plans and works on the fixes or features that are to be released, and they will then ensure that it is well tested before packaging the software inside the box, and then is passed over to the next checkpoint. At checkpoint B will be your IT operations team, who may be responsible for checking if the box meets the quality required, and may make announcements to end users about what is to be released. And finally, checkpoint C would be the window for your end users to use the box. One of the primary tasks of a DevOps engineer is to replace any manual repetitive tasks from between the checkpoints and build an automated conveyor belt so that the box will flow smoothly from one checkpoint to another, eliminating the step to manually pass the box. Afterwards, you will then arm the conveyor belt with different robotic arms, performing additional processing to each box that runs through. These additional processing can be automated unit testing and/or automated packaging from checkpoint A, and finally automated deployments to the window at checkpoint C, rinse and repeat. As a DevOps engineer, their role and responsibility is to provide that bridge between development and operations through means of improving processes through automation and tools, as well as conducting monitoring, ensuring that the software infrastructure is running reliably and at its best cost-efficient state. Why is there a great demand for DevOps? More and more companies are heading towards digitalization and are moving at an exponential rate. Multitudes of companies all around the world are eagerly seeking DevOps engineers due to the vast skill set they have, offers an immense value they add to the company by setting up their digital infrastructure securely, reliably, and with less cost to keep up with the competition. And with great demand comes also greater opportunities, and it's never too late to start now. What do you need to know? At this point, you may think that DevOps is very complex and quite hard to get into. You might even think that you need to learn thousands of tools before you can even get started. This is not true at all, and I'm going to tell you that it's very easy to get started. It just requires willingness to learn, tenacity to achieve the end goal, and the right resources and people to help you on your journey. All you need to prepare for your DevOps journey is learning the 5 core skills: Linux operating system, scripting, and networking. Linux is prevalent to almost all the majority of servers today because it's lightweight and reliable. Do note that it's rare for servers to have graphical user interfaces, so you'll most likely work with terminals only. It's very important that you know how it works, know how to comfortably navigate within the system, as well as understand how connectivity works between multiple servers. You also need to understand various scripting commands and the concept of running automated and scheduled tasks with them. Git Version Control. Git is widely used in software development, mainly for reliably storing your code as well as keeping track of any changes. You don't really need to learn all of the commands, just enough that you can get at least the basics, like pulling and pushing code, switching branches, and fixing merge conflicts. Any more than this can be considered nice to have. A programming language, Python or Go. Again, just the basics should be enough, and nothing too complex is needed. You just need to learn the syntax and different objects and how to create them, especially if you're coming from a non-programming background. This will be mainly used for enhancing your scripting capabilities that otherwise would be limited by using Linux built-in bash commands. You can also use them to develop simple dashboard and monitoring tools. Python and Go are the most widely used programming languages in the DevOps community. They are very easy to learn and are very versatile. CI and CD deployment tools. Remember the automated conveyor belt analogy? It is most likely that you will be building these using different CI and CD tools, and you are not going to go wrong with focusing on those that are the most popular and widely used, like Jenkins, Ansible, Puppet, Terraform, and Chef. Containers and orchestration. Software containerization has changed the way we deliver software to our end users. Docker is among the popular containerization solutions, and Kubernetes is one of the most popular and most widely used container orchestration tools available today. Being knowledgeable in both technologies will further amplify your ability to create reliable software infrastructure with zero downtime. How do you get started? This brings us to our final topic. How do you start? For someone starting out or looking to move to being a DevOps engineer, it may be jarring and maybe overwhelming at first. It is, after all, a role that overlooks the software infrastructure as a whole. This is where choosing the right resources and people can play a big role in making your first steps as a DevOps engineer. Fortunately, the courses for all of the technologies and tools that I mentioned here can be indeed found in one place. Start off by learning the technologies and tools needed. KodeKloud offers a wide array of up-to-date DevOps courses to technologies and tools that matter today. It includes hands-on labs that give you practical experience that you need to solidify what you've learned much faster. KodeKloud also has a large, very collaborative and supportive Slack community where instructors and students alike help you in case you need clarification on certain topics. Get certified. Certifications indeed can get you far, especially in this field. This not only amplifies your credibility in the competition, but it also validates your skills in the subject, as recruiters often look to these certifications in choosing their candidates. KodeKloud offers certification courses from Python, Docker, and to the complete Kubernetes trifecta: CCAD, CKA, and CKS. Practice and experience. No doubt experience will play a huge role in your venture to be a DevOps engineer. But if you're just starting out, how do you get the experience you need? Fortunately, KodeKloud offers pro plans that give you access to playgrounds. These are sandbox environments where you can put your DevOps skills to the test with real-world problems preparing you for what's ahead. So there you have it. As you can see, it's not that hard to become a DevOps engineer. It is also certainly one of the very rewarding roles in IT. Everything I've discussed here should be enough for you to get started. If you're interested in becoming a DevOps engineer, please do check out KodeKloud.com, as they have subscription-based plans, and you'll definitely get your money's worth with just the amount of value you'll get from their courses and hands-on labs. So that's it. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe to this channel for more. Cheers.